Okay, I think we're in business. So, I want to say I hate electronics. I don't hate electronics. I hate learning electronics. If I learn a selfie stick, I'm going to stick with that selfie stick till it dies. Which is what happened. My husband got me one for Christmas. I think it was Christmas. I wish I knew how to turn this while I'm recording because I want to look at the moon right now, but so this thing's pretty cool. It turns all by itself, which right now I can't figure out. Like, there's a little knobby, and if you click it, it will stay straight. But if you undo it, I'll be like going upside down, like I'm on a merry-go-round. So it's pretty cool. I haven't had a selfie stick in months, and I've been like so close up, which is, you know, we don't need to be that close up, okay? So that's it. So I started to weed today. I watched Buzz's Retirement Garage, which I've gotten a lot of subscribers because he does a live on Saturday nights, and people that are retired, you know, he gives a lot of advice to them. And, you know, everybody kind of just gets together and talks, and it's really nice people, so it's fun. But he did a thing today where everybody was like, he's trying to get everybody to Zoom, you know, like I told him it was like flashback of COVID when I had to homeschool my son, and I'm like, oh my God, no, I don't want to be on that screen with all the faces looking at me. So maybe I'll do that later, but right now, no. Anyways, that's why I didn't weed. I started weeding, and then that came up, and I started watching him. So YouTube's great when you're learning, but sometimes it really distracts you, and then you end up getting nothing done. But I didn't even know you could do that on YouTube Live. That's crazy. So this is when I started weeding. I need to finish right now because it was like 43 degrees this morning. It got really cold. And right now, like, I'm chilly in a tank top. So I feel like I'm kind of back in business now that I have a selfie stick again, because it's really easier to me to use this than those stands, the tripods. I'm in a tank top and it's chilly, but it's just right for weeding. So I need to do that before it gets buggy. And you know how after it rains for days, your garden is like, it's like just icky. You don't like want to be in it because everything's wet and soggy. That's how it is. So let me get the weeding done. I've been digging up starters of this oregano because I don't need all that. Like, I dry it. I don't use it fresh for some reason. I do the dill and the cilantro, but I really don't know what to do with this using it fresh. I don't think, because it's kind of thick. It's not something you want to just throw in your pasta sauce, you know. It's got to be cooked down. So I've been growing herbs for a couple years. Now I'm just starting to like use the herbs. So that's good. These we just snack on as we go by. Pull some peas off and have our healthy snack. My tomatoes are doing great. Last year they took forever to ripen. So we'll see. These are green zebra, so they shouldn't, I don't know, need to ripen as much. I wouldn't think so. It's cold out here. Wow. Weird. So that's where I moved my strawberries. There's more sun over here. I've tried these before. I don't know. Some people love them, but I just don't. I've tried a few times, and my strawberries don't do good in there either, but I'm struggling with strawberries, period. My spinach does good in there, see? And then I have tons of camellia bushes to dig up. So, I'm always talking about volunteers. Can you see these? Yeah, right there. So I had black cherry tomatoes here last year. I throw all the tomatoes when they're bad, I throw them on the ground, and if you do that, this is what happens. You get free tomatoes next year. snakeskin in my garden. We had French drains put in here, and granted we got at least 12 inches of rain, so, but I'm afraid these are starting to back up again, and the chipmunks and my dog chew on the drainage pipes. It's just like Chippendale. They literally chase each other and travel through these little tunnels. And Duke sits in back waiting for him to come out. It's pretty entertaining. You see the holes they do in all my plants? Kind of afraid to weed now because of the snake skin. This is where the snakes are always, they love to hide in this garden bed and make tunnels. Usually it's black snakes, but I have seen copperheads. So I'm a little nervous now.